T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, own it, own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
You heard it correctly. The #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Santana, I know you're proud because I took off the start now streaming before we started. How are you tonight?
I am not TK. I am not easy to be proud, but I do appreciate the courtesy of things. And niggas, they see us going live and then they want to start talking. They've been quiet the whole time, and everybody will have a conversation.
Crazy.
The hell up. I'm good. I mean, Monday Night Raw, man. I got to see my faves, but other than that, I don't know. Like, I went and got me some food in the midst of Monday Night Raw, so that's it.
I took a nap. I'm not even gonna lie.
I believe it.
Yeah, I definitely took it because it was just crazy, chaotic. Hey, Tamara in the building, honey. I know you're happy to see Mr. Roman next week, Lord.
I can tell you who ain't me.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I ain't talked about that man in a very, very long time. Like I really haven't. It's been a long time since I really had a few words to say about y'all Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
So, but this is Monday Night Raw, and I mean he's carrying both titles, so you might as well make yourself useful since you ain't doing it.
I'm curious to know what he's gonna say. I'm sure we'll get into that a little later. But make sure you guys are followed, subscribed, on the Instagram too, as well. I'm trying to let everyone in the universe know that we are live here on Twitch, honey. So we might as well get into some things because, child, listen here. Like, I don't know what that whole I don't know what this was. I was very confused by this. I have to be honest.
I felt like Titus. I mean, first of all, they're in his hometown. Let's start there.
Yeah.
I will say that it was nicely to see him out here. However, it felt like this was a way to replace Vince McMahon from coming out here like he normally has been. And he hasn't been seen in the past few weeks anyway. But I mean, you have your global ambassador. We don't really see Titus that often unless he's doing something in WWE community. But I mean, hey, I mean, it is nice to see him, since he doesn't really wrestle. Well, doesn't wrestle literally at all anymore. But I mean, I guess it's a way to start off Monday Night Raw and get everybody ready and prepared for this boring ass show that really took place tonight.
I just didn't understand the whole we don't talk about politics when Linda McMahon was literally on Trump's cabinet. And then they say we don't talk religion. And I'm like, okay, what the hell are we talking about? Like, what's the basis? Like, most companies always have that whole, we support everyone kind of thing. And I get it. But I feel like this was kind of one of those things where it's like everything is okay, if that makes sense. Like,
well, more so like let's sweep everything under the rug. We don't talk politics, meaning that okay, yeah, Linda McMahon may have been working up on the Trump, but do we talk about it? No. A lot of people are, have their own religions, but do we talk about it? No.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how I interpret it. Like, listen, there may be a lot of politics and religiousness things going on, but do you hear us talking about it?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. So, I mean, welcome to Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into a wonderful show tonight.
I was like,
you bored me.
it just felt like back in the day, like for those that remember. Oh, Rhea.
Well, she's starting early.
She's starting early. It just remembers back in the day when they had P. Diddy doing the whole vote or die thing. Like, let's manipulate the black voters. Let's manipulate, and I don't think this was just targeting like black viewers, but I do believe that in the midst of Sasha Banks and Naomi, I do think that they were like, let's have our global ambassador who just happens to be a black man go out here and say a few words. And it just felt very I don't know if chastising would be the correct terminology, but it did feel like, I don't know.
Why is this happening? It was
like, why?
Well, what was the point of this?
What are we doing?
How do we open up the show with this? At that,
but shout out to Titus. He does a lot of outside work, charity work, the whole thing, and he's a great representation. So I enjoyed that. The message and the content was, it was just off. But moving forward, we did have a match between Rey Mysterio and Damian Priest. I know you were probably shaking in your panties. Didn't know didn't know what to do. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm almost certain that you are rooting for Damian, though, secretly. I know you love Rey.
I do love Rey. I do. I mean, shout out to Damian. Finn, stop being a whore on live shows, okay? Stop doing that. You come here, you want to put your pants on, but when you on your live shows, you want to have everything hanging out.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah. Like, now that thing was poking, though. No lie.
That is true.
I ain't looking at your man. I'm just saying that thing was hanging. Now, don't come after me, because I ain't got no dog in this fight. I keep it all in Impact, and sometimes AEW. I don't even think there was anybody on the show. No, there's nobody on Raw that is in that ranking. I don't think.
No.
Well, Austin Theory.
Is he?
I think he's. I think he's a cutie. I wouldn't put it. I'm not. Listen.
Young tenderoni is what they like to call him. Yeah. I was excited for this match. I mean, I literally did not leave my apartment until after this match was over.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So I mean, I really enjoyed it.
And obviously, Damian Priest gets a win. The jury is still out. Mm-hmm. We're not sure if Dominic is actually going to join Judgment Day. Mm-hmm. But my God, like if I was Dominic, I'd be joining more than a Judgment Day. I'll tell you that.
Child, there'll be a judge, and I'm trying to mint it. Okay.
Hey, Phaedra said the best. I am the judge and the jury.
I'm trying to be prosecuted. Okay.
We need gavel.
Order in the coochie.
Hello, cause baby, it ain't no free trial this week, so this is the best I gonna get, honey. Okay, this is the best.
It really is. I am Dominic Mysterio right now. Literally.
World
I am Dominic Mysterio in this situation right here. I really am. I don't know what to do. Like, Finn is grabbing my freaking shirt, and Damien has his hand right here on my collarbone. I can't breathe. I'm suffocating right now, literally. But I don't know.
She does not need air.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to breathe.
Whew.
But I mean, I don't think Dominic will be joining Judgment Day. Or I mean, if he chooses to do that, I mean, next week would be a perfect opportunity to literally ruin his dad's 20th anniversary celebration.
Yeah, that's a good segue too, because we're going to be live next week. We won't be there, but we'll be live in Madison Square Garden, Rey Mysterio's 20th anniversary celebration, and it is also our take-home episode for SummerSlam, so it is a prediction show. Jesus. So we're going to be running through, I know, right? We're going to be running through, like literally, we're going to run through. If you watch the Impact show, that's kind of the example of the format that we have. We ran through that shit. And we're going to run through this, and we're going to get everything talked about, and then we'll end with the prediction, so that way you guys at home can play along, because we love it. A few comments. He ain't joining this, the dumbest thing ever. Oh God, Joseph, you feisty. Are they celebrating the 20th anniversary of Ray's debut, or 20 years of WWE? Tech, he was in WWE from 2015 and 2018. I have no idea. You're probably gonna have to ask PR and ask talent relations. Maybe John Laurinaitis.
Wasn't he in WWE from 2015?
He wasn't. He wasn't in WWE.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't, because he didn't come back until the 2018 Men's Royal Rumble is when he came back, and he's been here ever since then. So I mean, it could be his 20th anniversary with like maybe his debut within WWE. Yeah. Same thing has been with Randy Orton and John Cena. I mean, it could be that.
Why hasn't Dominic gone to NXT? Maybe he doesn't feel like.
Maybe they don't feel like he should be.
He was down there, for some time. A couple months back, I remember seeing them. Wasn't him and Ray down there, like took a trip or something?
Yeah, they went down there. They popped up on Santos Escobar and them folks. I never remember their name. I never do.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Legado del Fantasma, them. He popped up on them.
I was gonna say Los Lotharios, but that's what it is.
That's racist.
That's the first thing. I know that's Humberto and Angel Garza, but that was
the all right. So
anyway, we will be celebrating so make sure you tune in for that. Listen, the names I'm not good at. If it's all jumbled up in one, it's all one to me. I was definitely gonna say Los Lotharios. But that's not NXT.
Oh my God.
Santos Escobar, honey.
That man is gorgeous. Like,
baby.
He's in his 40s. I think he's in his late 30s, early 40s. But he looks. I would never expected that he looks really good.
I thought he was like 27, 28.
Same, but to know that he's a little bit older than that.
Yeah. But here we are, honey.
He got some genes.
Next week at that same Rey Mysterio's 20th anniversary celebration, this would actually be a good time, like you said, for Dominic to join the Judgment Day. The Mysterios will take on Judgment Day, and Joseph says that he is actually 38. So,
same thing.
40. Ray looks good, Jamie says, one of our subscribers here.
Listen, I don't think people understand the first time I fell in love with Rey Mysterio. When that man unmasked himself, that was it.
No, he
had me in shambles, okay?
Yeah. I always go back to his match with Eddie at Halloween Havoc, though. That's one of the top tier, most like technical. You know how I feel about technical wrestling. Mm-hmm. I respect Ray's work, but there was an always like they definitely built him as a believable champion, but there were some times where I was like, this is crazy. But when you're the underdog or when you're a certain size, you want to see. We talked about this last night about the whole Jeff Hardy championship reign in WWE. You want to see your fave reach to the mountaintop. You want to see someone like a Ray defeat, certain people like a JBL or a Big Show, or you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that. So Rey Mysterio has put in the work, and he's been a pivotal contribution to WWE. So we will be celebrating him next week, and I'm sure we will get loud.
We will
have the video ready. With that being said, Kevin Owens decided to bring his ass back, which I'm very happy about because I feel like there was no saving graces on Raw at this point. He brings out Riddle, of course, no shoes.
I got like almost the same color nails,
Who?
Paint color. Like his is green, like his toes are green.
Oh, are they? Can we get a nail cam?
Yeah, like they're green.
If we're in the studio right now, the camera wouldn't.
Yeah, my hair is green too. So,
and there it is.
Here we are, the land and the home of the green and the money.
Okay. Green is money, baby. But they had a conversation, and then of course, my God.
Can you guys hear this photo? Like, can you hear it?
Like literally, no audio. It's crazy. It's really
so
creepy.
loud.
Do you think Kevin Owens set this man up?
I don't think he set him up. I think Kevin just happened to be in the midst of all of this. It was bound to happen with Seth trash talking Riddle, saying, "Oh, you Miss Randy and all this and that," and now we'll see. As of this week, Seth has the last laugh, but does he have it next week though?
A week from Saturday, it was announced. Obviously, Seth Rollins will be taking on Riddle. Mm-hmm. They will be live here in Nashville, Tennessee, at the Nissan Stadium. I cannot believe that Nashville is the home of SummerSlam. I think it's going to go crazy.
It is.
I will say, after everything that transpired tonight, I am way more nervous than I was before. And we'll get into that a little later. But and with that being said, you guys, we will give you predictions next week. We're not gonna tell you who we think, honestly, because
they still got the I don't think they may not be done with their match card yet. No. So by next week, whatever they have out is what they have out, and that's what we're gonna do our predictions on. If they add more, then
yeah, we'll do that. We're not done with Seth though. There was a little debacle between him and Ezekiel, obviously, and they fought on the 4th of July, and I thought it was done, and obviously it's not. Did you have any thoughts on this?
I don't know what the point was for this match. I really don't. But it keeps Ezekiel in the picture somehow, some way.
Right.
Because honestly, what else do they really have for him to do? Kevin Owens is back, but Kevin said he's over the whole trying to figure out who Ezekiel, Elias, Elroy, whoever, is. So, I feel like this is just something to have Seth Rollins do something in the midst of obviously probably not really having anything else to do.
Yeah.
So,
win. So I think they're both like Seth, obviously amazing competitor, not to argue. Ezekiel he's a great competitor too. So the match itself, but I just think overall, and Joseph says Seth looking like $1 million before SummerSlam, obviously. I just think that I don't know. It was just very pointless. But moving right along, we did have some
black on black
crime. Not too far after we saw the African jump. Child, that just I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Like I'll tell you guys what I think about that later. But let's talk about the amazing graphic on this Street Profit shirt though. Like it looks so good. Straight smoke. Like, and obviously MVP and Omos, they have. I always have to like
I'm
literally.
afraid of what you was actually. Because I feel like you was not gonna call him anything.
I always used to call him. Well, now it's. I used to call him Omos. No, almost. I don't know what the hell I used to call him, but it's Omos, and I always have to mentally prepare myself to say his name and think about how I hear it because I used to say Omos. Well, no, it's Omos, right?
Yeah, it's Omos.
I used to say something else.
You say almost.
Almost. There it is. Almost. I used to say almost.
They say this man named every week, but then again, I think you literally tune. I think you listen, but then you just like, all right.
You know what bothers me the most?
What?
Is his tank tops.
I mean, they look like overgrown sports bras. So what do you mean?
It gives me a little flip. For those.
Oh my god, no, more like 50 Cent when he was in his G Unit days with the little, police vest or whatever.
For those that know who
definitely 50 Cent's like video game on PS2. I think that
100%. Lil Flip had some beef with T.I. back in the day. I know I'm getting a little black on black right now. But back in the day when hip hop beefs were actually in the streets, there was a rapper Lil Flip, and he would these tanks were popular. Even singer Jaheim used to wear these. Like this was like such a popular thing in the early 20s. And it bothers me. Nikki doesn't watch men's wrestling if we keep it 50-50. If we keep it 50-50. I actually do. I just think that it's gone downhill in WWE. And this is sports entertainment. So I like more professional wrestling. I also watch Dark. I watch Impact, GCW. Coming from a casual, that's mid. But yeah, moving right along. The Usos show up, and they have a lot to say. And
I just can't. Like, we need that MJF video. Mid.
Justin says, I don't get why Omos is still with WWE. Vince was protecting him tonight for sure, and the Usos benefited from it.
Because Omos is a great talent. That's why he's still with WWE. Let me tell you something. They might not listen. What are they? Homo sapiens. Okay, I am an Homo sapien. All right, I am ride or die with Omos.
No one marks out. No one marks out for this man like you. He is the epitome of QT Marshall for you. How I am. Literally.
I don't give a damn what nobody has to say. I am an Omos sapien, and I don't ride with Omos. Not always, but a lot of times in most situations, I am really riding with Omos. Yeah, I've been on Omos's neck for a while now. Where I've been wanting this man to surprise me in various different ways: nip ups, phenomenal forearms, shooting star press, backflips, jumping through the rope, 619s, whatever that he could do. If he could climb to the top of a cage and do a moonsault, or a drop of elbow on somebody, I am satisfied. But unfortunately, I have not been getting that. All I've been getting is like big boots and maybe slightly super kicks, maybe choke slams. That's about it. But nothing that gives me like high fly. Like if Big Show can do a nip up and the Great Khali can do a nip up, I feel like Omos can do a nip up too.
There it is. Listen, we have faith. So since you're so passionate, Santana is going to tell us how the hell we got to the street. Well, listen, we went from this to this: Street Profits versus Omos and MVP. So how the hell did we even get here? As I'm speaking to the CEO of Women's Wrestling Talk.
Me?
No.
Oh,
no, I'm saying in the back.
Hello?
Not yet. Interim CEO coming soon.
Okay, so with this whole situation here, okay, of course it was Dawkins and Omos in a match, and of course Deacon MVP decided that he wanted to, what?
Deacon MVP, I will never call him anything else. Please don't let Lovely hear you say that shit, okay? That
The
is the
deacon decided that he wanted to interrupt the congregation line and pull one of the church members outside of the church people, and he ended up getting caught by one of the youth pastors inside of the ring. And well, the head usher board member came out and said, you know what? Since you want to cause all these problems, which is a white man, I don't know, we in the black church, you got a white man being the head usher board leader. I don't get how that works. So he came in and he was like, MVP, we're gonna put you inside this match. We're gonna make it a tag team match, Street Profits versus Omos and Deacon MVP. And well, it happened. MVP is wrestling in his church attire, and here we are.
Damper. That man be damper. Do you hear me?
Yeah, he does. But in the midst of having the of course, the amazing frog splash from Montez on Omos kicked out, and like I always say, Omos really just sells like a GTA pedestrian getting punched in the face for the first time. He literally just sells that way. But I mean, Usos found their way to intervene into this match. And as you can see, Street Profits are laid out and the Usos are standing tall this week. So, I mean, this feud is constantly like really, really building up between these four guys. And I mean, I'm excited to see what happens on SmackDown. I'm excited to see what happens on our going home show on Monday. And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen at SummerSlam with Jeff Jarrett being the special guest referee. So, I mean, I'm excited to see what's going to transpire.
I have no.
I don't give a damn what Corey Graves got to say. I'm so sick of him. I want him to get in the ring and somebody just F5 him or something. Two-strong sky driver.
I agree with that, honestly. And I'm not going to give Corey too much because obviously he. Rhea, please. I'm talking about Corey. Oh my God. Rhea. Jesus. I am very I know a lot of people are not ecstatic about Jeff Jarrett, but holy shit. Like, I was there with the whole Nick Aldis and Matt Cardona bullshit at NWA. We're not going to bring that up, right? And that sparked the feud and really confused a lot of people between the shit that was going on with Chelsea Green.
I'm just getting my life together.
Okay, I always do this.
I'm just getting my life together. Like, I'll use this to get my life together because obviously,
yeah,
it's a lot of discoloration going on.
A lot. But no, I hope that he doesn't pull the whole shit that he pulled at NWA. And
I will hop in the damn barricade. Okay.
Well, I know a lot of people are kind of like, oh, well, why is he the special guest referee? Babe, we're in Tennessee. We're in Nashville. That man is from Hendersonville. That man lives, breathes, sleeps, eats Tennessee. Okay? Same as I
thought it was going to be Jerry Lawler.
Fuck no. I thought it was
Can you imagine if it was Jerry Lawler?
I would smack the shit today. I would smack the dog shit out of Jerry Lawler today. Like, right now. Like, in Tennessee. That man is trash. Like, trash box. I know people say a lot about Jeff Jarrett, but Jesus Christ. But I know a lot of people are like, Jeff Jarrett. I know some people were thinking Solo. I even thought Sami Zayn was going to be the referee. I thought Roman. I think Jeff Jarrett is actually a good focal point because I do
with Jeff Jarrett though. Like, can someone explain to me like why do people have an issue with Jeff Jarrett?
I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain he has said some borderline racist shit. I know when he did that AAA promo, he said, "Ain't no Mexican touching my title."
Wow, that's awful.
He did.
That is
He did.
not funny.
It's not funny, but
Ah,
it's that's what he said. And I think that he has said some borderline
let me see. Why do
I
people
don't
hate Jared? I will Google
know.
it.
You should type in Jeff Jarrett and then type in racism and hit news on Google. Because I'm telling you, that will do it. As she looks for that, we're gonna segue a little quick because we have a few other things to talk about. Yep. Was that right? All right.
I'm trying to see something. Just
There was
going
some things.
through.
I know there were some
Uh,
things back in the day with TNA and Impact, but with that being said, it was announced today. Ric Flair's last match. It was on the news earlier. I was giving the story, but not giving the story, if that makes sense. Ric Flair will be teaming up with Andrade to take on Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. And for those that didn't tune in to Turnbuckle Glam, the reason why this Virtuoso shirt, since we're talking Impact. That's a signed. I don't know if you guys can see it, but Deanna signed that. So I want to point that out. But back to the show. Did you see anything that was important?
I'm trying to see if I can see something. It just say, why do a lot of people hate Jeff Jarrett? And somebody say, is it because he's a con artist? What's the real reason behind people in the wrestling industry outside of their hating him?
Listen, I would take a con artist over a racist any day. So
Trying to sell people go because he's broke 6,000 guitars and never drew a dime. No, but seriously, he's a fucking carny trying to sell everyone fans and put into a fucking pyramid scheme.
oh, okay. Well, there it is. Oh, I would take Scammer over. So here we are. But as Santana gets her life with Jeff Jarrett. Wait, did you find something else?
I was just trying to figure he's a finesser.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just assumed it was racist because white male wrestling, politics. Bobby said I didn't watch Raw until Dana was on TV. So we'll get to that a little later. Bobby, thank you so much for joining. Tamara says she's actually excited about Jeff. So there's one. Joseph, I think it's a good choice that Jeff is the ref. People just wanted Sammy to ref because he is the table's ass, and it's an easy out. Jesus Christ. I think it's because people wanted Sammy to ref because it's the easiest thing to do. We know he is the table's ass, and it continues. Hashtag Usos 2 belts. And then we have Sammy. Ahmed Johnson accused Jeff of being racist. So no surprise there. But we did have a matchup and a follow-up. One more.
I just found it. It just said Jeff Jarrett believes Ahmed Johnson was his worst during his 3-year spell in WWE between 1995 and 1998. Give me a second. I'm doing some research.
Does that make him racist though? I don't know. You already know. Listen, you already know we got some shit going on with girl. We don't have to say her name, everybody knows, but obviously there's been allegations, and I've been very vocal about this too. Like, I think that when you're a white male in wrestling and you're a racist, it's accepted. And now everything that's going on with Tessa Blanchard, people are kind of like, fuck no, cancel culture, but yet they still praise people, who have been. Did you find anything else?
Well, Sam sent me the article that says that's like 2013 when Ahmed Johnson accuses Jeff Jarrett of being a racist, speaks on the Goldust kiss and his follow with Vince and the Rocky Moore. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So he said, and I quote, I didn't like working with him. He wasn't like Shawn Michaels. He complained if you hit him too hard. He didn't want to put anybody over. And on top of that, man, he was a racist son of a bitch. Really racist. And then that was it.
Well, Justin from the Wrestling Classic says Jeff Jarrett is the man. Ain't he great? Got a lot of, mixed emotions. I'm gonna read the article as well. I know Santana's probably gonna be sending it over here shortly. I'm excited to see Jeff Jarrett. We're in Tennessee. We're literally like 20 minutes away from where he was born. Hendersonville is like a suburb of Nashville. So bring it home, baby. Let's do it. And hopefully he's not a racist son of a bitch, right? But back to Raw, we had a little segue there. Of course, you know how the Salt Shakkas do. Austin Theory, Theory and AJ Styles. Speaking of Impact, speaking of TNA legends.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I just found some on New Jack talking about New Jack talking about racism towards Jackie Moore, Jeff Jarrett, Jerry Lawler again. Like, hello. I don't know.
There it is.
All right.
Proceed. Here we are. They did have a matchup. And of course, Dolph Ziggler, you know, not too far from, you know, Theory. There was a lot of things that transpired. And of course, you know, oh Lord. You know, he said some things, and then, you know, the match went as it went. Santana, what did you feel? How did you feel about the ending of the whole AJ Theory and then, of course, Dolph thing?
I was excited. I mean, I'm glad that Ziggler kicked Theory in the face.
I'm sure.
Hope he rearranged his eyebrows or something. You know, I'm very excited about that. I don't necessarily know, like, where this is going to go. I mean, Ziggler, he's just coming out here intervening in with Theory.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really know why, but I also don't need an explanation. As long as he beat that little man up, that's all I care about.
That's it. Not much to say about this match either. It's really good to see Dolph Ziggler prevalent, having a role, and just being here. I think he's always been that guy, if we're just going to be honest. Like, Dolph is one of the best entrance songs, honestly, besides Randy Orton, of course. One of the best characters, great ring ability, amazing. Like, just you really can't say anything wrong about Dolph, besides maybe some of the ways that he's been booked over these past years, especially like during the pandemic era. I know he was like doing the whole involved with the whole Mandy and Sonya thing, and kind of took a back seat, you know, with the oldest thing and stuff. So that was weird. But I mean, it's good to see him back. But of course, you said
there was
what?
a question in the audience.
Oh, does AJ Styles not have a SummerSlam match? Not as of now. No. So we actually could see that change. I mean, it's a week. It's a week, you know, to it. But of course, Miz TV ended the night. Special guest Logan Paul. I mean, look how damper this man looks in his Gucci. The sweater is Gucci. So I hate when people like wear like the brooch, like just the brooch, and try to make the whole piece Chanel. Gucci. This is a Gucci sweater. So, honey,
Gucci that?
Okay, Gucci everything.
Gucci everything.
Bobby says, "Who is Logan Paul?" This man right here. Not much. Honestly, not much to really say, because it just is what it is. Like, he's another, to me, like a Ronda Rousey, you know, somebody who's coming in like a celebrity name. I know she had a fighting background, but she had a lot of clout behind her. And I think he has a lot of clout behind him. It's a PR move to get social media people, more younger people, more influencers, and stuff of that nature, to come in. Joseph says, if you thought Miz's look tonight should be on Mr. Blackwell's 10 worst dressed list, just wait till tomorrow when the gang discuss Miz and Mrs. on USA. Great luck. So we appreciate it. And then, of course, oh my God, Lord. Look, the hashtag's even Logan Paul, you know? So that should tell you. But of course, listen.
Even before we even got to here, though, of course, you know, they showed the video of where, you know, back at WrestleMania when Miz and Logan Paul teamed up together. And, you know, Miz has been trying to get Logan to be his tag partner once again, so that they can go after the tag team titles. But of course, Logan Paul is not buying it. He does not want to be a tag. He does not want to be in a tag with the Miz. He actually wants to face the Miz at SummerSlam. And, you know, can we just really leave Miz Little Pebbles alone? Okay, can we just stop talking about his private area? Okay. Why is this being the butt of the joke every time there's a conversation with the Miz? It's always about his private area, okay? This man even already has a shirt that says his balls are massive. It's a thing. I don't know what more could we really expect from this. Leave the man's pebbles alone, okay? Please. Thank you. Balls management or something. Like let it go. But I mean, I don't know what's going on.
I'm just gonna say shout out to Lo over at Wrestling Wind Down. Because baby, she just shared this photo that Trey posted and deleted.
Okay, but as we move on, let's Nikki, wind down a bit. So yeah, so then even after this, the Miz actually ended up accepting Logan Paul's challenge for SummerSlam. And in the midst of the Miz being attacked and jumped, Tommaso Ciampa comes out and he attacks Logan Paul from behind. And just when you thought that this was going to be a huge double team, Logan Paul finds a way to outsmart them and trick his way out the ring. And I mean, here we are. So I mean, it's going to happen at SummerSlam. Logan Paul versus The Miz will be taking place at SummerSlam. Who's going to come out with the win? I really don't know. Am I excited for this match? I don't think so. I mean, they have one more week to figure out how they're going to prepare themselves for this match. And honestly, I'm interested in seeing how this match is really going to go. I really have absolutely no idea. Joseph said W is taking a joke from Mike and Maurice and make a joke and want $28 for a tee on a shirt. LOL. Yeah, they definitely do. And I mean, maybe some people are buying it. Maybe some people are not. Bobby said he does not care about this match. I don't think a lot of people do. But this is just another filler match, just to have something on the card, just to get people to watch, just to get people to be entertained, just to get people to tune in and see what's going to transpire. That's really all that I think it is. But there we are with the win.
Thank you so much for that, because it just really got hot in here. I'm sorry. I've been waiting on this OnlyFans to drop from Trey and Zach. So he posted and deleted, but yeah. We are done with the men. Especially over here in WWE, child. We had a 6-woman tag team match that honestly turned into the 24/7 shamble, the 24/7 bowl, okay? Because every single woman you are looking at on this match card became 24/7 champion tonight in some capacity. Now, I know a lot of people were complaining about it, but I'm going to be really honest. Okay, now she messing with my lights. It just jumped. Like, I don't know if anybody saw that, but for those that are complaining about it, it did still give a lot more of sports entertainment than anything, honestly. And I think that that's so important to, talk about, because honestly, Dana doesn't get enough credit. Oh my God, it keeps switching. Like the lighting keeps switching. It's so weird. Of course, it all started when Akira Tozawa, did I say that right?
Mm-hmm. Finally. Look at you.
Oh my God.
Maybe you need to be distracted more often. I think you started to say words correctly now.
Bitch, I'm gonna be saying some words. I'm telling you. He pinned Dana. He pinned Dana, taking the 24/7 championship away from the women. However, baby, listen. The superhero herself comes in and says, "Hail to the no, to the no." And then Bliss comes and says, "Well, I want my shot. Let me go ahead and do what I need to do." And then, of course, Dewdrop comes in and says, "Hell no, y'all got me fucked up." Oh, look who it is. She had to come in and see. Girl.
You really Lo, you have no idea. She has literally stopped. When I say have literally stopped talking at the end of the men's match because she was distracted, very much so distracted. I tell you that much. You have distracted this woman on the show.
Listen,
now she can't stop fanning.
I'm back. Listen, I'm back now. It just got real hot in here, baby. I'm just saying, it just got real hot, honey. But thank you so much for all your support. Thank you. We support you as well. Of course,
I got your War Daddy short shirt.
Like, we gotta get the War Daddy shirt. Please, if you are not following Wrestling Wind Down, please go follow them. Women's wrestling, women in wrestling, women content creators. We all have to stick together and support one another. And I mean, y'all, she sent me some amazing. She went to go see Trey and sent me some photos, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. Y'all know how much I love Trey. But yes, thank you so much for popping in. So appreciative. Thank you for everything that you do, and you are so amazing. And with the Wrestling Wind Down and those wrestling girls and, women's wrestling talk, we are really pushing the mold to make sure that women in wrestling are getting that correct representation, especially women of color. Mm-hmm. So shout out to her, and make sure you guys go follow. But yes, Sam, it was a good match. I absolutely enjoyed it. We also seen Tamina do the super kick, honey, and do her thing, and get her title too, But listen, let's be honest. Stop motherfucking playing with the queen. And I ain't talking about Charlotte. Stop playing with her. Put some respect on Dana Brooke's name, please.
I can't. This whole thing was fucking dumb. Like, you have a 6-woman tag match that turned into a 24/7 match. But I understand, when you're holding the title, what if you're on the 24/7 title, especially with the stipulations, anything can transpire.
Yeah.
How many times she gonna losing this title just to get it back? What's the point?
But let's be honest.
Why did it have to happen in between this match here? Like,
that's true. I agree with that. But who better? Like, let's just be honest. I think she is up there with R-Truth when it comes to holding the title, and I feel like I would never forget when we drafted the article about Dana Brooke, and I trashed it, and I was like, I'm not putting it out, and the same she wins the freaking title. The same day, because all the controversy and all the talk was going on about Liv Morgan being underrated, and I was like, well, no one talks about Dana. Dana's been in the game for years. Like, she had the spots with Charlotte, of course, being her laggy for a long time. Amazing matches with Sasha. Like, she hangs in the ring. She's very athletic. She has a look. I know a lot of people talk about her aesthetic sometimes, but if you go beyond that, she's not the best talker, but she shows up. She's consistent. She's, and I can't believe she's still even in this position. So it makes me very happy. But I'm hoping that one day Dana Brooke does get her shot, kind of like Liv Morgan did. People love Liv. I don't think people care for Dana as much, but I would love one day for Dana to, get that opportunity to really, oh yeah, she was with Tennille Dashwood, formerly known as Emma, too. I want to see Dana and Charlotte running back. Honestly, I really do, and I want something.
Haven't allowed them to cross paths since she kind of hasn't been working, since she wasn't her little
laggy.
Yeah, whatever. It's like she hasn't. And Dana later in an interview she said she would love to run it back with Charlotte. She would love to go into a feud with Charlotte. I think it would be nice. I mean, there is story there that can be said. Like, look at me now.
Look at me.
When Charlotte Flair put herself in this 24/7 stuff, though, Nikki, I don't know. Well, not necessarily just.
Well, not necessarily the 24/7 title. I mean, a legitimate feud, Dana saying, you know, like Charlotte getting her title back, and then Dana coming up and saying, "Oh, well, don't you remember all those years? Like, I protected you from those reigns. Don't you remember every time before you had a pay-per-view, I would go and like roughen up your competitors? You don't remember? And now I'm still in the game. People thought I was gonna get released, and now I'm here and I'm watching you like have all these reigns. Give me a shot. You know, I would fucking like I would pop." Shout out to the Brooke _ teams page too. It is a Instagram fan page of Dana Brooke. And I love their content. They have some amazing content. So if you're a Dana Brooke fan, as I am, it's Brooke _ Tings with a Z, I believe. So make sure you check them out too. But I would love to see them run this back. Like you said, there's story there. And I mean, you know, Bobby says I like Dana more than Carmella. Okay. Speaking of, before we get into this match, listen, I like Carmella. I think she's cool. She proved herself against Charlotte Flair. I think one of the greatest matches that she's ever had is with Charlotte Flair at Backlash. And I thought that as when she was SmackDown Women's Champion, I thought she did great. She has a lot of accolades. She's been pushed to the moon even before she was fucking Corey. So, you know, I like Carmella. I think, you know, I literally wore my Mella is Money shirt over the weekend. But Asuka did get the win in the 6-woman tag. It was Nikki Ash that she tapped out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wanted to make sure about that. This guy in the front row with the NWO shirt looks like Paul White. Just want to say it.
I was getting like Kevin Nash, but like a mixture.
I can see that too. Maybe that's why he has on the NWO show shirt. And then Asuka does her little dance, and you know, keeping Asuka booked and keeping her with wins is always, to me, it's good. Like it's you got to keep Asuka in the mix. But of course, you guys, let's talk about it. There was a championship match tonight. Carmella is the contender, and Bianca is the champion, of course. And even if Bianca was to have been counted out, she would have lost her title. Obviously, what happened with everything last week. And then you could, of course, win by pinfall and submission. We had Becky on commentary. Now, this was pointless. This match was pointless as hell. I don't understand why they even did this in the concept and then turn around and didn't even give us a triple threat match. Or I'm not understanding why this match ended in a clean victory. There was no substance. This only benefited Becky. Even Bianca getting the win, like, it only benefited Becky. Because here's the thing. You come out and you say, whoever is the winner of a championship match faces me. What? So basically, Becky is above the Raw Women's Championship altogether. So we're not even gonna. It's not even about the champion anymore. It's about Becky, and I'm confused because there was no point of having this match if we were just gonna get Becky and Bianca again. But I digress, because this is the same company that it's given us Brock and Roman over and over again. So I'm not surprised, but I do think that having the match and knowing that honestly, no one thought Carmella was going to get the win. Let's just be honest. Whether you're a fan or not, everyone knew that they're building Bianca to be a dominating champion, right? A defending champion, right? No one in their right mind thought Carmella was going to win. Why not end the match and then have a triple threat match to make it even more exciting? But that's just not the plan. So, what were your thoughts on the match initially?
I thought that maybe this would have like led to a triple threat match. I really thought it would because I mean last year it was Bianca and Carmella in the ring, and then Becky comes out. So we're full circle a year later, almost a year later, and thought maybe that maybe this would have led up to them being in a triple threat match. But I mean, it still could, it really still could end up in a triple threat match somehow, some way. Maybe not with Carmella, but maybe with somebody else. I mean, for Becky to come out, and like you said, say, oh well, whoever wins this match gets to face me, and it's like, well, who are you? Like you're not even a champion. You're a challenger, saying that whoever wins this title match, they get to face me. Why not I get to face them? I don't understand. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, Bianca looked great as always, but I don't know. Like, I feel like, what if this match doesn't even happen? What if we're back full circle all over again? They can't do the same thing they did last year. They can't. They would need to take it up a notch at least. There needs to be some type of stipulation with this match, and let this be the end of it all for a while for Becky and Bianca.
It could easily be a last woman standing match. Some of the comments that we do have, they added a weird stip that took me a few minutes to realize. I thought this was a no count out match.
It was a no count out match because with Bianca getting counted out last week, so it was a no count out match.
And the way they worded it was like, okay, wait. So there's no count outs, and it's like, no, if she's counted out, she loses her title, which was so weird. I think Vince is trying to sell on us the belief that 1 year ago Becky returned, aka pulled the panic button with CM Punk in AEW 12 hours earlier and made Bianca look stupid. Joseph says, what do you all think of Becky's look? I hated the white hoodie thing. Take that away. It was a great look. I thought it was cute. I mean, I think she just was whatever.
Becky was giving E fucking T. Okay.
Let's go back.
What she was giving was ET. Like a damn alien.
This picture is fucking hilarious. Bobby wants to know who is next for Carmella. I don't think that Carmella is going to just sit back and let this happen. But that was my initial thoughts. Now with the vignettes and everything, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. Sam believes that Becky versus Asuka would have been better. If you add a stipulation to that, maybe.
But they already had their stipulation match though. Becky and Asuka did, and Becky won. So I mean, now it's just like, well, Becky's jumping back into a title picture, and Asuka's kind of like in a tag match.
Bobby says that he believes that Bianca versus Dana Brooke needs to happen. I would actually like to see how they spar in the ring, but I doubt we get that.
No.
Vince can only book Becky good when she is a champion. That was weird. Becky's best stuff is as the man. Yeah, like I hated the man. I'm gonna be honest. But I do like the gimmick now. Like I think it's Becky literally sit there and said that Bianca had to go to the bottom and make her way up, where Becky says that I'm not doing that. I'm going to just jump in front. And Tamara says that would be a good change. I would actually enjoy the match, to be honest, but I just believe that I don't know. I really don't know. I don't feel too comfortable about this match. I don't, because here's the thing. Booking wise, they technically have not had their rematch, right? Since WrestleMania, right?
No, not really.
And from a booking standpoint, we know how Vince is about hometown wins, right? And even though this is not Bianca's, Bianca's from Nashville. From Knoxville. She's not from Nashville, but it's her state. And One thing about Tennessee fans is we are very prevalent and we are very serious and we are very competitive and we are very, I'm going to go ahead and say it, we're very anal about certain things. Now, when it's our talent, we go super hard. The problem for me is I don't bet against the 4. And what bothers me is that it looks like it's being set up in a way that there's a possibility that Bianca could actually drop. I'm not going to say I don't think she will. I don't want her to drop, but I think with this being a one-on-one and them not having a match since WrestleMania and her getting her big moment at WrestleMania was kind of the redemption. I don't think that Bianca beating Becky at SummerSlam would count as redemption because she's already gotten it back at WrestleMania. So it makes me fear that Becky is going to do something. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we'll get a return. I know a lot of people have been saying, oh, Charlotte might jump ship. Charlotte might go after Bianca. Charlotte might cost Becky this match. Bayley might cost Becky this match. And then we go into a triple threat with them. Because let's just be honest. No one in this company has sparred better with the 4 horsewomen than Bianca Belair, your WWE Raw Women's Champion. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. But I do see Bayley or Charlotte somehow either during the match, and I'm hoping it's Bayley because we still need that Bianca and Bayley I Quit match. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't.
I mean, well, me, I don't give a damn about the 4 when it comes to Bianca Belair. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride with Bianca Belair. I feel like, yeah, maybe at WrestleMania that was her redemption, but she has to be Becky here. This is where it started. Literally. She has to be Becky here. It's a must. If she doesn't in 26 seconds, oh fucking well. It happened. But she has to be Becky here. Or if she doesn't beat Becky, there has to be something that takes place. Maybe, like I said, maybe this match doesn't even... Okay, the match gets started, right? They're having their match or whatever it is, get close to the end. Somebody comes out.
Yeah.
But then again, it's going to feel the same way when Sasha popped in on their match at Extreme Rules. Literally messed up the entire match for them. You know what I'm saying? So, which ended up leading to a triple threat match at Crown Jewel. So, I mean, let's just say if Bianca retains, then maybe somebody comes out. Or maybe Becky gets so furious of the fact that she can't beat Bianca now that she goes on a limb to, attack Bianca, whatever. I mean, like, doing something like crazy. I ain't gonna say like cut her hair or nothing, but, just, I don't know, something something has to take place. This cannot just be just a one-on-one match and then that's it. Like, there has to be something that takes place here that really, really like makes you like want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, they are building Bianca in a sense of the way that they built Charlotte Flair. And as a Charlotte Flair mark, all I'm going to say is prepare yourself. Because as a Charlotte Flair fan, I've seen this before. And Bianca is getting to a point where when you feel like she's unstoppable and she's unbeatable and no one can fuck with her, that's when they pull the rug up and that's when they pull the rug up out of her. And as much as I want to believe Bianca's gonna win, I just feel like something fucked up is gonna happen. Now, she may still keep her title, with that being said. But I I really don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it being Becky. If this was a triple threat match, like if Carmella was sitting in the middle and this was a triple threat match, I would be like, Bianca's taking this home. She's gonna pin Carmella again. She's gonna, and then Becky's gonna get mad and maybe they'll do another one off. But seeing this and seeing this package and this story, I thought it was over at WrestleMania. I thought the redemption had been made, and now it seems like, okay, are we gonna say, okay, Bianca's getting redemption again, or are y'all really about to pull some bullshit in Tennessee? Because we all know hometown shit, and it ain't even hometown; it's more home state. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I don't think this is a good booking. I really don't. If I'm being honest, I don't want to see Bianca and Becky. I don't. I'd rather see a triple threat match. I'd rather it be Rhea if she was here, I'd rather it even be Bliss. Asuka. I don't know, but like something about Bianca and Becky at SummerSlam on a card doesn't feel right. Now, this could also go a different way. This could actually hurt Becky, and this could actually be that moment where Becky is taken out and Becky doesn't show up and Bayley comes. But I don't know.
What Joseph said, like if it happens, Bianca has to retain. You can't have her lose in her hometown. She is coming home literally as champion. I was intent on what happened, and Becky won't make the match.
No, that's not. I disagree with that completely because we know how things work in home states. We've seen that multiple times. You don't get your rub. You don't get your rub, especially as a face. We see what happened to Sasha Banks. I hate to bring it up, but we saw what happened to Sasha Banks, and saying that has to retain, that's not true. She doesn't have to do anything but follow the booking. So I have to be honest here, and there are some major concerns with this. I don't normally when I see Bianca going into a match, I'm like, all right, Bianca probably gonna pull this off. She's the top of the top. I'm not feeling like I feel like everything is leveled and something is gonna hit the fan. And I agree. I agree with this 110%. This is bad booking. And I'm only saying this right now because I don't know the outcome. But I see we don't know what's gonna happen with Liv and Ronda. Like there's no telling. Like if she keeps her title, I don't see both women keeping their title. If that makes sense. I don't know who. I feel like Liv is gonna lose. Honestly, I feel like Liv is probably gonna lose. But if she doesn't, and that match is like first or like before the card, it's gonna make me feel like holy shit. Like we can't do this again. And if they do it again, I know the consensus of our post show is going to be bonkers. Like if they do Bianca the same way they did her last year and Becky gets the title. Because honestly, let's be honest. If Becky loses, what's next for Becky? Bianca's getting to that point where now she doesn't even need the title. The title needs her more than anything.
Well, let's say this though. So let's say Bianca and Becky are having their match. This is just a thought and idea that came to my head. And let's just say like Bianca and Becky having a match. Somehow, some way, the ref gets knocked out. In comes Bayley returning. We're thinking that because she still has her issue with Bianca, that she grabs the title and you think she's gonna go in and hit Bianca, but she hits Becky and knocks Becky out.
Yeah.
And then she looks at Bianca and like, you owe me.
You owe me, yeah.
Bailey disappears. Bianca hits the KOD on Becky Lynch to retain her title. This is a way to go on, continue this feud with Becky and Bianca, but also include Bailey so that it's a triple threat match.
Yeah.
Because this is where I really thought that maybe this is going to go. We're going to have the three Bs in a match together somehow, some way.
Yeah.
This is how you get a start of Becky, of a little bit of a feud with Becky and Bailey, something we never had before.
Mm-hmm.
But also, you still have Bianca, who's carrying the championship, who still has her, left off issues with Bailey, and then still continue to have her issues with Becky.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that also could play for Charlotte.
It could.
Charlotte could ruin this for Becky, but I do want. I want Charlotte to come in and ruin it for Liv. I'm gonna say it. I said it. I don't give a fuck. I've been holding it in. I don't give a fuck. I want Charlotte to come in and ruin it for everybody. Do I think that's gonna happen? Probably not. Do I think there's a possibility that Liv's actually gonna go over Charlotte Flair? Absolutely. I really do. I think there's a possibility. But Liv is.
Oh man.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest.
Would be crazy.
I think people are going to come after me more than anything.
Oh,
like
of course.
say, aha, blah, 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 blah. Like people are going to say their shit. But me, I'm going to start liking Liv. I'm going to be honest. Because it's the same thing that happened with Carmella. I hated Carmella. And when she beat Charlotte one-on-one, I started to respect her and I started to become a fan. So I'm just basically going to give the people what they want. If Liv Morgan beats Charlotte, I'll be a Liv Morgan fan. There you go. And I'll go buy some merch like I did with Carmella. The night after Carmella beat Charlotte, I bought my Mella is Money shirt. So, and here we are, and I still like Carmella to this day. When you can beat the Queen and you can spar in the ring with the Queen, and that's the only reason why I like Mia Yim, honestly. If it wasn't for Charlotte going down to NXT and speaking highly of Mia Yim and wanting to work with her, I wouldn't give a fuck about Mia Yim. Same with Candice LeRae, same with other people. Like, when you get the rub of the Queen, there it is. I don't know what the fuck I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. And when I went into Money in the Bank having this feeling, I was fine. But now, I don't like this. And there's too many returns. Rhea could come back. Bailey could come back. Charlotte can come back. Anything is possible. I know people are saying Sasha Banks, but I really don't think that's happening. Hell, Naomi, who knows? But with that being said, that was it for tonight, y'all. That was it. I mean, what more can we say? I mean, Jesus Christ, like, that was Monday Night Raw post show. A lot of things happened more with the men, with the women, and the men. More interesting, more story. I felt like so. I'm glad we had that, but. Of course, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. It is still Monday for those, and that's rare. Normally, we don't get out of here this early, but we're getting out early tonight. Make sure you go back and watch all of the shows from last week and the news that we had from earlier. They talked about Charlotte. I cannot believe Kane gave Charlotte Flair her freaking graces. I was in there waiting for some shit to happen, but nothing happened. Everyone spoke very highly of the Queen. 9 years yesterday for her NXT debut. My God, when you want to talk about a legacy in less than 10 years. You want to talk about someone who is the pinnacle, the true standard. No shade. No shade. I'm being real. The true standard of women's wrestling. the marquee, someone just like a Bianca Belair who came in as an athlete to really showcase her dominance and power. Someone who wasn't the best talker, but became one of the biggest heel talkers in the industry. Someone who steps into the ring every time and delivers over and over again. And I'm not talking about the Ronda Rousey match at WrestleMania, because honestly, let's just be honest. It's hard to make Ronda look good, okay? But shout out to Charlotte. I went back and watched her match, her debut with her fellow four horsewoman, Bailey. So that was very interesting to watch. We do have the news tomorrow, so make sure you check that out. We also have Dish and Indies that will be on tomorrow. On Wednesday, we have the AEW Dynamite post show, and I'm getting word. I'm still checking with the injury list. Mika should be back, so the Dynamite Dolls should be back on Wednesday. So you probably won't see me on Wednesday. I know you're sad, but hey. DMD, don't forget who runs that shit. Okay. Thursday, no Creep Squad, right? No Creep Squad this week. It was last week, yeah. And there's actually Tasha Steeles is going to be having a new segment, I believe, on Creep Squad. So make sure you check that out for next week. But this week, Thursday, NXT and NXT UK recap show. Close your Thursday night out with the Salt Shakers, Impact Wrestling. Happy Impact Wrestling Day on Thursday, of course. We will see the Vex, Chelsea Green and Deanna versus Jordan Grace and Mia Yim. And guess what? Chelsea and Deanna have new music and new entries. Oh my God. I wasn't there to see it, but I did. That was some of the scoop that I got. Shout out to Deanna, obviously, because she's just the sweetest. I'm so sad that I missed Chelsea. Thank you, Bobby, for coming in, tuning in per usual. And shout out to everyone who came in. I know I saw Tamara popping in and out through the comments all throughout the show. One of our writers, Sammy, of course, Low with Wrestling Wind Down, damn near giving me a heart attack. I saw Justin from the Wrestling Classic pop in. I saw Jalen say some smart ass shit and then left. And then we got Jamie, one of our subscribers. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody. And then, of course, Joseph, always in the comments, always rocking with us. So we really appreciate that. That's the recap for, Thursday, Impact and NXT, of course. And then on Friday, join Stephanie and Santana as they break down all of the stuff and all of the drama from AEW Rampage and SmackDown. On Saturday, we don't have any shows, so make sure you check out all the shows from the week. News comes on every day, Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Central. So check that out. And I'm sure Santana's editing articles as we speak. So make sure you check out the website, www.talkpod.com. Follow us on Twitch. We are live exclusively here on Twitch. So make sure you subscribe as well. Everything that we've been doing, we are really pushing the mode. Make sure you are following us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as well. And then on Sunday, we'll be back. Possibly. I'll keep y'all posted because I'll let y'all know about Turnbuckle Glam as it gets later because I'm trying to go see Trey wrestle on Sunday. So we'll see about that. Also, if you're in the Dayton, Ohio area, August 21st, Sunday Fun Bay. Chris Bay's having his own promotional, themed PW Revolver show. It features JT Dunn, John Moxley, Sammy Callahan, Trey Miguel, Chris Bay, of course. Tickets are going fast. I'm not even kidding you. I literally was on my way back from Kentucky from the Impact show, and I looked and I was like, "Oh, second row. I'll get the tickets when I get home." By the time I got home, first and second row is sold out. So if you're looking for tickets, I'm on the third row. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I'm a first row kind of bitch. Okay, let's just be honest. Go on the PW Revolver page on Instagram and you can get tickets there. So make sure you go support. There's also a show August the 14th, District Wrestling. The Nightmare Factory will be in the building. The Renegade Twins will be in the building as well. There's another show on July 21st. That's Terminus, Queen Amita versus Masha Slamovich. I won't be there. I also won't be at Battle Slam, but make sure you check that out on July 28th as well. So just a couple of events that's coming up. And then, of course, next weekend we will be here in Nashville for StarCast. And we have to figure out Santana's lodging situation because we have forgotten all about that. And Santana will be here in Nashville for that. So make sure you check that out. But again, thank you guys for the support. Santana, any last words as our editor-in-chief over there editing articles so they can go out on time?
Nothing really. I mean, you pretty much said it all. I don't really have nothing to say.
Oh, shit. Well, we'll be posting some amazing photos from StarCast weekend. Friday night, we will be at GCW, so come holler at us, 10:30 p.m. All right, come holler at me. We in the home state, Big Tennessee in the motherfucking building. Stop playing. GCW, game-changing wrestling. This is our first GCW show. I'm mad excited right now. I'm so pumped. I don't have anything to wear, but I'm gonna figure that out on Amazon. That show starts at 10:30. I would love to do a post show. Like I would love to do a GCW post show, but I'm sure a lot of that content will be on Tuesday because we have to get up early on Saturday to make sure that we do the meet and greet for Bianca Belair. We also have. Oh, you didn't put the ad name. I mean, you didn't put the ad in front of it.
God damn
it. Just delete it, copy and paste it, and then add it manually. See, this is we're the brains and the operation. TK,
I just want to put an ad in front of that.
TK is the control center. Okay. But yeah, we'll be at the GCW show Friday. Saturday, you might see us at SummerSlam. We're still, working the mechanics out on that. If not, we're gonna be at StarCast on Sunday, more than likely. That's probably the day that we'll do. And then just a single pass. And then we will actually be at Ric Flair's last match. So you'll get photos from that, and then you'll also get probably not a post show. We're probably going to save the whole Deanna, Rachel, and Jordan Grace match for Impact that week. So, yeah, with that being said, you guys, thank you so much. Of course, you've been rocking with the best. I know we went longer than normal. But, yeah, we appreciate you guys so much. The Salt Shakers are the dominating tag team here, the only real tag team here. No tea, no shade. But listen, we are the originals. Everybody was singles competitors, and they started locking up. That's what happens. We don't need no belts. We don't need no recognition. We don't need shit. Just know that we are the Salt Shakers. That's it. And yeah, that is true. Taya Valkyrie will be wrestling against Max and Ella tomorrow on NWA Power. So make sure you check that out, and that should be talked about on the Edition Indies on Tuesday. Yeah, of course, you guys. Thank you so much. And we got merch. I'm trying to get everything out. For Your Wear is sponsoring our merge. We're getting, we have our We Ride for Naomi shirts. We will also have a Sasha shirt, hopefully dropping this week or next week. Not sure about that, the whole mechanics of that. But thank you guys so much. Of course, Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow for Ms. and Mrs. All right.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet.